Words placement in sentences. These can cause subject-verb agreement confusion. As you know, I ended the first introductory slide at this point. This is the confusion. So, word placement in sentences. If you just don't recall the rule, so you just arrange the subjects. Just suppose if you are little bit doubtful about the rules, then do one thing, just make arrangement in the subject. You place the words in a way so that it seems correct, right? Now, which are the composition which create confusion? First is compound subjects, where there are compound subjects, two subjects. Then group noun subjects, plural form but singular meaning subjects, and indefinite subjects. So in this slide, in this session, we will clear all these doubts. Now, subject-verb agreement problems that can result from word placement in sentence. Word placement in sentences. And how it results, how it comes, the problems, how it comes. If you arrange in a way, so you will get that difficulty. For example, 4 main problematic this subjects is there. Prepositional phrase. In the prepositional phrases, you will get confusion. In the clauses beginning with who or that or which. Sentences beginning with here or there, and questions. Right? So these are the things in the word placement in sentences. According to prepositional phrases, clauses begin with who or that or which, and sentences begin with there and here, and questions, the confusion starts. So you know the rules, everything. You understand everything. Now in this session, you will learn how to clear the confusion. Now next, a prepositional phrase may be placed between the subject and verb. See, prepositional phrase, when it is between the subject and verb, between the subject and verb. The boy at the door is my cousin. Now, the boy, the door. Two subjects, but at the door is a prepositional phrase, but your subject is the boy. So, verb is singular. Prepositional phrase may be placed between the subject and verb at the door. Sometimes a prepositional phrase inserted between the subject and verb makes agreement more difficult. For example, a car with many riders. This is a prepositional phrase. A car with many riders. So what will be the verb? Verb will be the according to car. That is was singular. Subject is singular, so verb is also singular. A car with many riders was speeding around the curve. You know, rules are there. Follow the rules. If it is related to the subject, if it is not a part of the subject, if it is not related with the subject, then the singular form according to the rule. And if the plural is there, then plural form, plural verb. In this way, you need to apply the rules again and again and find a real or true subject. Now, solution to the prepositional phrase problem. As you know, problems are there, solutions are also there. Learn the major preposition. What are the major preposition? Be alert for prepositional phrases placed between the subject and verb, and identify the noun in the phrase immediately as the object of a preposition. When you understand the noun as the object of the preposition, you can find that that is an object, that can never be a subject. Understood? So, an object of a preposition can never be a sentence subject. Always remember, if you understand, if you find the noun as the object of the prepositional phrase, immediately you will have to understand that yes, this is not a sentence subject and your verb is according to the sentence subject. Understood? This is very important. Now next, locate the true sentence subject. All the time you need to understand which one is the true subject and choose the verb which agrees with it. If the true subject is singular, then verb is singular. If the true subject is plural, then the verb is plural. But you need to find the true subject. A clause beginning with who, that or which and coming between the subject and verb can cause agreement problems. Now this is the second type of thing. A clause beginning with who, that or which and coming between the subject and verb can cause. For example, but the very soothing part of this is that like the prepositional phrase, the who, that, which clause also never contains the subject. That if any clause is beginning with who, that, which, or any object is there, any noun is there, those understood that is an object, that is not a sentence subject. So this is a very understanding and very relaxing part of this. Like the prepositional phrase, the clauses who, that, which clause never contain the subject. So that is not the sentence subject. For example, a dog that is loyal deserves love of the honor. So, dog deserves. This is subject, this is verb. Dogs that eat crunches, dog, subject, live, verb. Plural with plural, singular with singular. That is loyal. No subject is there in that clause. No subject is there in this. That is loyal, that eat crunches. Understood? So, you can understand the true subject. Now, to avoid subject agreement errors, identify who, that, which clauses immediately. Locate the true sentence subject and choose a verb that agrees with it, as it is written in the earlier slide also. When a sentence begins with there is, there are or here are, the subject and verb are inverted. The inverted, that is opposite. The verb in such construction is obviously, the verb is according to the subject is or are, but the subject does not come before the verb. The subject does not come before the verb because there are many girls. Remember rules here and there. Instead, the subject in this kind of sentence comes after the verb and you will have to look after the verb. For example, see, there is a girl waiting. There is a girl waiting. So, is a girl. So, subject is after the verb, not before the verb. Here are the people whom I have invited. Here are the people whom I have invited. Here are the students. Here are the students. I have called, right? See, I can write here, I have called. Here are the students, I have called. So, the subject is after the verb. Now, instead, the subject in this kind comes after the verb, so you must look for it after the verb. There is a book on the table. See, there is verb is earlier, a book, subject is after the verb. There are students, are verb, students, subject. Look for the subject after the verb and choose a singular or a plural. So, if I give you a sentence like, if there is, see, there, fill in the blanks, a book. So, what you need to write is a book, because according to the subject your verb is. Understood? So, if in the fill in the blanks also, if this portion is not given, verb is not given, only the subject is given, so you will have to put the verb according to the subject. And finally, sometimes creating a question will cause subject follow the verb as well. Here, identify the subject and then choose the verb that agrees with it, singular or plural. For example, do you like study? Do you like study? Here, you see, with you and I, that rule doesn't apply with subject and verb, so you is here. Here, does he play? So, if this is not given, he plays given, so you need to write does. So, this is also a little confusing, but if you know the rules, if you know the subject and verb agreement, then you can correct it and you can write it correctly. What is the problem? Say after that, verb is earlier, a problem is subject is after. Where are your parents? Verb is here, parents, subject. How much sugar is added to water? Say sugar is added to water. How many people are interested? So with the question you are saying, sometimes it is confusing, but if you know how to frame questions, it will become easier for you. So what have we learned? We have learned the arrangement of the subject and verb so that we can avoid the mistakes, the errors, and we won't get confused. All the confusions are cleared in this session. So whatever the confusion do you have in your mind while doing this subject-verb agreement, go through this slide, understand this, and then correct yourself by reading a lot of English books, English articles, whatever you find in English. You will see the correct rules, and all the rules now you know. Understand that and then avoid mistakes. In the next class, I will come with some new grammatical lessons. Till then, go through the slide, go through it again and again, learn the rules, apply the rules, and revise it. Till then, have a good day. Thank you.